Hi! Today we're gonna talk about why the fact that I'm so fucking cold inside. Okay, anyway, serious thing is that some people in the United States or countries who do not use the testosterone blockers I'm using may not experience this. And depending on how you feel about yourself with regards to dysphoria, it's either a really good thing or it's a really bad thing. For me, personally, it's kind of a good thing, but at the same time not. So essentially speaking, with Prostap, free DCS, number one drug, essentially speaking, actually I should probably put a disclaimer on, is that this will talk about sex and asexuality and LGBTQ plus forgot the rest things, so if you don't like this kind of topic, I mean, I have to admit why you even watching this to begin with, but okay. Anyway, fuck knows about that one. Anyway, so obviously, as you all know, I started T blockers and everything about 2 years ago, and it took a while to build up, really. Mood swings and stuff only came in about a couple of months, but the voluntary asexuality, as I will call it, as we basically volunteered to do so and was warned by my doctors, came in a couple of I'm gonna say about 9 months later, so about roughly Christmas time of 2018. Now, I started noticing differences with myself. I wouldn't get horny as often. Erections were hard to come by. And when they did, they were often a little bit smaller than before. That's not to mention I haven't had the massive throbbing things that people pay for or want to see, but oh well, it's happened. So, basically, and then eventually it became somewhat of an issue with myself and people I'm erotically roleplayed with, people I wanted to have sex with, people who wanted to have sex with me. Essentially speaking, is that eventually I became kind of dead inside in a way with regards to sexuality. Even masturbation is hard to do. And yeah. So this is how it goes for me. Once I take a Prostap blocker, I have about 2 to 3 weeks of still horniness. Then for about a month and 2 weeks, it becomes, wow, I'm literally completely asexual. Then in the last weeks, it wears off. Then the process repeats again. Essentially speaking, if I ever want to have sex with people, it has to be between either that good first bit of the first month or that last month, because there's a big bit in between of sheer fucking nothingness, to the point of which masturbation or erections are only about once a week, or in some cases once every 2 weeks. Now, this does have some benefits to me. It basically means that due to the fact that I'm dysphoria and I hate having a, I guess, larger than average PB by UK standards, about 6.5 inches. You know, hey, I can hide it because I'm not going to get erect or aroused. As we all know, anybody who is on testosterone or is cis male or anything, you basically get horny all the fucking time. It's like, hey, I looked at this semi-attractive woman, oh no, I have an erection. But the downside of it is that obviously if you have a partner, you can't get it on. Like, and in some cases, no matter what you do, you will not become aroused. You won't want to fuck. And I've had that problem with my wife. She's like, hey, can we fuck? And I'm like, you get the idea, right? So, that's the bit of the dilemma, and it did come to a head when I ended up letting my wife bone people, because, I mean, she's horny, I'm not. That doesn't mean it's my right to stop her from enjoying herself. But at the same time, it's not her right to make me enjoy things. So my source system, she bones people, they bone her, okay, whatever. And then obviously when I'm horny again, and when eventually we do meet up, as transatlantic flights is a pain in the ass, I'm going to try and schedule it so it's during that first bit of first month and last bit of that last month. So essentially speaking, a good place to be would be just after or about a month before. So kind of asexuality in the first week or two, and then after that, hey, let's bone. Hopefully once every few days, because it doesn't immediately spring back into action like a fucking springboard, but you get the idea. And here comes the depressing part, is that I know some people who are asexual, and I have felt pressure to do so, and so have some of my friends. Sometimes you just feel that, you know, everybody else is able to do this thing and, well, you can't. No matter how much you try, it's not going to happen. And to be honest, I did feel desperate sometimes. Sometimes I didn't want to take those T blockers so I could, you know, lay with my wife in the biblical sense. I never want to repeat that line again. But yeah, and you know, some people told me that, you know, is that they've had breakups, and people, I mean, if you've never felt this way before, it's kind of difficult to understand what it's like to have basically a libido of -1000. There's nothing that will get you aroused, there's nothing that will get you horny, there's no reason why you'd want to have sex. Someone touches you and you're just like, okay. Someone very attractive says they want to have sex and you're like, you're very attractive and I'd like to cuddle and kiss you, but I can't do anything else. I mean that doesn't mean you can perform fellatio on them, it just means they can't perform fellatio on you. It means that if you do have sex, which I did, you basically feel fucking nothing. It's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. And then a bit of stigma comes on, you're like, wow, what do I do? Do I take myself off this stuff? Do I not? Do I just walk around? Hard to tell, really. Kind of makes it a little bit easier to sympathise with people who need Viagra to get up, because, well, you get used to it, and then it just goes away. There's nothing wrong with that with your partner, and you have to explain to them is that, sure, you find him attractive, but at the moment your genitals, body, sexual erection, brain, whatever, just doesn't want to at the moment. That's a fucking mouthful, wasn't it? Oh god. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to add other than that if you're going through these problems, then hey, we're all in the same boat, and if you're not, well, count yourself lucky or unlucky. I mean, you could definitely count yourself lucky from the first time I ever went on depressive medication, which was horny all the time but could not achieve an orgasm for the life of me, which was literal hell. Imagine being pent up for a week. Well, 2 weeks actually, and then just go into cold turkey. Which was, don't want to try that again, I can tell you. But yeah, need to find the name of that medicine at some point so I can literally tell people it's like, yes, this is a bad idea. But that's it, nothing more to add. This is going to go in the transgender section, transgender vlog section, but it's more of an ace thing. And for all my ace friends out there, I feel you, even if it's just temporary for me.